What was he doing there?
Trying to solicit some papers when he wasn't allowed to.
Oh, he wasn't supposed to be near that place?
Nope.
What was the name of the girl that he did this to?
Rosa.
I never met Rosa.
She was that redhead for you when you left.
Like I said, I never met her. It was after I left, so.
Yep.
So I left July the 1st, last Canada Day there that night when I left.
She came 2 week after you left.
Yeah. Well,
Cause
so that was the girl he kept telling me about he was obsessed with. That was going to play the part for Frozen?
Yep.
That's what I thought. Because he was telling me 2 weeks before that when he had me sign those weird papers. He had to sign these papers getting ready for the holiday coming. And I thought it was kind of strange.
Yes.
He was saying, well, sign these. And he was talking about Bonnie at the same time. He was doing the opposite of what was ruled in the papers. He was being a hypocrite to the first thing we signed. Talking about Bonnie. Are you still in touch with Bonnie? I'd love to, talk to her son.
Yeah, I talked to her son.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, when Dale gets out, she wants to kill him.
No kidding. I can imagine. I went by. I was wondering what she was thinking.
Yeah,
so do you know how to reach her?
Yeah,
do you have a contact to Bonnie?
Nope.
What about the boys?
I just talked to the boys. Those like when I'm in Soviet.
Oh, when you see him. Yeah.
Okay. I don't have their number.
So you burnt the house, did you?
What was I supposed to do? Let them get away with it?
Yeah. So how did you burn it? How did you get out there to burn it? You were from way out here.
Some buddies of mine.
So was it the night that he went back to jail, or between the first time he went and went back the second time?
The second time. Because I have a niece and nephew I had to think about. What was I supposed to do?
Well, you burned the man's property. Just stay away from him. That's all. Well, you slept in that house a million times.
The girl was there the whole time when I was there.
Oh, okay. So you were witnessing everything.
Nope, I was playing pool.
But you were in the house with her.
Yeah, he just wanted to play pool. That was all I was doing.
How old was she really?
15.
He told me she was 19 when he was talking to me. He had mentioned to me about it a few months earlier. And I never met her. He said she was 19.
She was 15 actually.
Well, I remember he was obsessed with that Frozen stuff. He was obsessed with that.
What do you think? Because he's a pedophile.
Well, I guess we know now, huh?
Why do you think I didn't let him near my best friend's kids?
I don't know. I wasn't there.
I had to think of their safety.
Where were you on Canada Day? I didn't see you on Canada Day. I did a big gig for him. I went out to, did a whole bunch of stuff. Took the big bouncer. All the guys were unexperienced. He had the guys that he had with me had never experienced bouncers set up outside. Not once. They were only inside with sandbags. We were pegging them down and all that. We had 5 bouncers out on the grounds, including the giant one, in a separate place. And I was basically working myself all day because these guys didn't know nothing. Completely illegal. Those 5 Indian boys that he had working were under visa for Canada's schooling. They can all be shipped home for what they did. You don't put children in jeopardy. You know that if I want to, I can go back, knock on the door, and line them up on the wall and send them back home. I am Quebec Security's investigations, Urgence Santé. My son is Homeland Security. It's not a joke. You can't put our kids in jeopardy like that. And that's what he did.
I have nothing to do with that anymore.
Do you remember when I came by with my wife and she wouldn't come out the car? She stayed in the car, wouldn't come out. And it was a hot day and she wouldn't come out the car. She didn't want to be anywhere near him. And she was telling me about stuff about some girl in Glace Bay, but she didn't know who. My wife was telling me about it for months. That's why you saw me not come after a while, stop coming, because my wife didn't want me going there.
I was this glad when he got in jail.
Yeah. Do you remember that conversation we had when he was blaming you for why Bonnie wasn't there?
Yeah.
And it was really the other way around?
Yeah, because Bonnie wasn't blaming me.
No, she wasn't. It was him all the time. She told me herself. She invited me to one of those race things. Okay? That time when we had that truck breakdown at the Westmount Park up there,
yep.
That breakdown, when we called her and her son was with me, I thought for sure she would come. But she didn't want nothing to do with it, whether her son was in jeopardy or not. You're on your own. I ain't had nothing to do with that. She knew. So when I saw her later on that afternoon at the track, because we all got together at the racetrack, remember?
Yep.
Yeah.
That's how I knew.
You remember? Did you notice how when I was up there talking to her and them, KLUTZS was staying over there, and I could see him sending you over there, go spy on them, see what they're talking about. I seen him do it. I watched his lips say it to you.
Yeah, because he wanted to be the spy.
That's right. See? But why is he doing that? He wasn't with her anymore.
No, because he wanted me to get in trouble. So I had my McIntyre buddies take care of it.
Okay, there you go. Well, you got to protect yourself. Josh, it's been a long time. I haven't seen you. We used to have a lot of fun. Remember hey, you remember the time we were doing the Batman thing in the car? And you were outside the car in the Batman. We were on the highway doing Batman. I was trying to get you to come back in and says, hey, we're going to fly out the car, man. You're going to fly out the car.
That was a lot of time.
That was so funny, though. That was a good day we had. We had a fun day that day.
I was up to making the kids laugh.
Well, I was laughing, though.
I just missed around the costumes.
Yeah. So, everything's gone, huh? All the cars.
Sean has them.
Sean? How does Sean have the cars?
Sorry. KLUTZS sold them. He wasn't supposed to.
No, he never had time to sell anything.
Yeah.
Came into shock because they came up on him. He wasn't expecting to be arrested. He didn't have time to do shit. Sheldon Nathanson is my cousin, and I know everything. May as well tell him. Listen, I don't care. I hate the guy. I just want to know the truth. So at least I know what really happened. So that when we see each other, me and you, we know what really happened. We worked for him. Me and you built that place.
Yep.
So don't lie to me, man. I went to the hospital for needles, cancers, surgeries, and still came back to build. Didn't I?
Yeah.
So then don't lie to me. I just want to know the truth. My wife went to the grave knowing he was a fucking prick. She died, you know. Did you know Sherry's dead?
No.
Yeah. She died in October.
Sorry.
So don't lie to me, please. Tell me the truth. I'm not going to harm you. And I'm on your side. I just don't like him. I want to know what he did, though. I knew he was an evil clown. I'm just trying to get the truth.
I'm not allowed to talk about the cops. The cop thing.
Well, the cop thing you don't know until after he gets accused or arrested for the crime, right?
No, the cops made me say about the cops made me promise not to say nothing.
What? Well, they can't do that. They can't alter anything. That's obstruction.
No, I promised the cops I wouldn't talk about it.
Well, you can tell me I was in there. I was part of it with you. Not to other people, but, you know, we know about it. They did come and question me, too.
I told him that he was scamming people off from their money that they shouldn't have got. Even if everything the party got canceled, we didn't get paid for it.
Okay. Yeah, we owe a lot of people money, too. But
yeah,
listen, what about those Indian guys that he had hired that weren't trained?
I had no idea.
Well, we're going to have to go talk with them.
I'm not getting involved with that.
Well, I'll take care of it. I'm not worried about it. I just want to find out.
No, because it doesn't go looking that.
You were trained. You were the one that trained me, remember? You, Samantha, and all that. I'm not talking about the illegal, taking kids into safety boundaries without training. That's all I'm talking about here. He had a habit of doing things. He was supposed to be a clown that was good for kids, but he was really bad for kids. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
it's too bad because how long? He never did this stuff before.
No, because he only used the Indian guys to cover his own net.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The cops don't know what he was doing with that 15-year-old girl.
When he was doing the inside event, inside Center 200, when there was like 45 people, there was all sandbags. There was no ground.
And he was checking out teenager girls at that event too.
Oh, was he? Okay, so he was scoping kids then too. Okay. Well, the outside event was the next few days. Was the
January? Yeah, because the cops were like
July 1st, right?
Yeah, it's been happening.
But the guys that I went out with, the 4 guys he gave me to go out with, didn't have no experience with outdoor setup.
We're the only one that knows bounce houses around here.
Yeah, I know.
That's why I'm going back into the business.
So what happened to the fire truck, the 3-story? That's the one I'm interested in. I would have bought that.
I kind of had to sell that.
You sold it to who?
The cops told me to sell it, so I did.
The cops told you to sell it?
Yeah, because they told me to. They told me to sell it to Member 2.
You sold it to Member 2?
I had to. They're the only people I trust for bounce houses that are good with kids.
Yeah, but it wasn't your property to sell.
The cops asked me to. And
so the cops told you to sell somebody else's property?
And the people that owned the property, they were like banking stuff.
Are you talking about the Mercers?
Yep.
Well, they were probably Maybe they might be claiming because KLUTZ might have owed rent and all that stuff, so they can claim in the property to a certain amount to cover what they're owed.
Yep.
That's normal.
He owed a lot of people money.
So what did you use to start the fire? How did you start it? It wasn't just a match.
Got a podcast kerosene all over the house.
I saw the big hole burnt in the front, right too, up to the upstairs, right in the front. They showed on TV. The whole front was burnt out over the front door.
The guy was ripping people off.
Yeah, I'm just saying it's wrong. I'm just wondering how you started the fire.
Just gasoline and a match.
Gasoline, huh? So what about the dogs?
They're the SPCA.
No, right now they're up in, a guy bought them, and they're in Prince Edward Island now. A guy that took them both, they took them to Prince Edward Island.
Yeah, because he didn't want that guy to come near them.
They wanted to be together. They couldn't separate them, so they put them in the same deal, and they let them go together. And they were adopted together by the one guy from Prince Edward Island.
I just want to know what triggered that guy to do that. Could he raped his own niece too?
He raped his own niece.
That's why he got kicked out of Ontario.
For raping his niece? How old was she?
14.
So it's not the first time?
Nope. Let's say
Holy shit.
there's even a video site of what he did.
I saw him in a bank magazine cover the other day, but I went to grab it, but somebody else grabbed the last copy before I could grab it.
What do you think?
Oh. So I guess KLUTZ is a bad guy, really, isn't he?
I know since I first started with him.
You knew since he started?
Yeah, but I just wanted to confirm it all.
So that's why what's her name was acting so strange. Bonnie kept acting so strange. She knew things too, obviously. Because she kept telling me, "Well, don't do this, don't talk about this and all that." I'm just kind of keeping your distance, eh? When we had the truck breakdown at the park, Westmount Park, she wouldn't come at all. And that was her son with me. She didn't want nothing to do with this guy. And when we went to the racetrack, she was telling me, "Look, he's up to this and that and this. Keep your distance. Just keep your guard up." That's what she told me at the racetrack.
Plus, I heard he broke out of jail too.
When?
Last week.
How did he break out of jail? He's doing a sentence.
Kenny Wadding got him out.
I don't know about that, bro.
Because those two are working together.